What is going on, guys? Noah Brewery here, back again with another video. Today I want to talk about going from 0 to 100K per month in 4 months. Basically, the first store we started in November of 2018 and we did about 140K in revenue in January. Now, the goal was only to build a profitable store, reinvest all the profits into building more profitable stores. So really what I want you to understand is we were starting from scratch. We had a brand new store, fresh pixel, fresh ad account, maybe $2,000 liquid cash just put away for product testing. And I'll go into like what kind of products we were going to test, what was our testing strategy, a little bit about that. We wanted higher ticket products, but we were willing to test like lower margins if they were promising enough. But ideally, we wanted margins over $40. We weren't trying to test like $15, $20 margins all the time, mainly because in my experience, I've seen like stores that go really, really big, and the net profit at the end of the day is going to be bigger the bigger that your margin is. Now, Facebook is weird. Like if you have a $10 margin, your cost per purchase is going to be a lot lower than if you had a $40 margin. This seems like common sense, but we're talking about the difference between your cost per purchase and your actual break-even point being, instead of being $2 per sale, it can be $5 to $7 per sale. Like you'd be making a lot more money once you're making 100 sales per day than when you're making 100 sales per day with a lower margin. So we wanted to test only higher ticket products, ideally margins above 40. I mean, maybe above 30, whatever. Our advertising plan, we were going to start off with $5 a day budgets, just like my strategy says. If you've seen my strategy video, you know that I start right out the gate with $5 a day budgets. We weren't going to lose more than $100 on each product that we tested. So like I said, we had about $2,000 set aside just for product testing. And that's equivalent to about 20 products being tested, maybe 19 or 18, depending on how much we lost. But we were going to try not to lose more than 100 for each product that we test. And we were also going to try to test a new product every other day. So we were going to launch one, give it 2 days, and then right when we know if it's a winner or not, we'll turn it off and launch the other, like right in the same day. So every other day we were launching a new product. This would give us about a month of testing, roughly. I don't know the exact number, but it's about a month, maybe 40 days or so. But the idea is that we always have a constant flow of like new products being tested. We're always trying to open new opportunities, and even if we found a winner, we were still going to start testing, and I'll go into how we were going to do that, because if you don't know, I only like to scale one product per store. I don't like scaling numerous products in one store. But the idea was just to have a constant flow of new products being tested. Like every minute of the week or every minute of the month, there was going to be a new product getting tested, and we were just going to keep on doing this until we had a winner. There was no real plan on like how many, we didn't need to find a winner within that $2,000. We could have, put in more, but it's not the point. The point is that we always had a constant flow, and we came up with a plan to do that. So that was the plan. Here's what actually happened. So it took around 3 weeks to find a winner on the first store. We spent maybe like a week or two bringing that winner up to around $50 to $100 per day in profit. And we waited for it to be consistent enough to be reliable. And the next step after that was to start a new store. So essentially, we basically found a winner within 3 weeks, right? And then once we found that winner, we scaled it up for a bit, for a couple weeks, and brought it up to like around 50 to $100 per day in profits, which is equal to like 300, 400 a day in sales. So once we had that consistent positive cash flow coming in, now it was just a game of reinvesting that money into finding another winner. And that's exactly what we did. So we did the same exact thing on the new store that we did on the first one, except now we actually had cash flow coming in. So we weren't really paying to grow these businesses out of our own pocket. Now the first one was profiting, and we could just reinvest that into the second one. So we were just reinvesting, $500 to $700 per week into testing products. And what this allowed us to do was it allowed us to test one product every single day without losing anything if you compare it to the other store. So this basically allowed us to test higher margins with higher budgets. So we were able to see results a lot quicker. With the $5 a day strategy, I always say that you should give it at least 48 hours, which is 2 days, before you make a judgment. But with $20 per day budgets, you know if it's a winner in the first day. So that was our plan. We were going to test with $20 a day budgets, spend $100 a day on product testing, and we were just always going to be testing a new product. Like every single day, it was just bang, 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 bang. Always a new product test. So on we went. After about 2 weeks, we had another winner. And like I said, like it's just a numbers game. Like I'll talk about how to find good products and the types of products that we were testing in another video. But you just kind of get a feel for it after a while. Like you kind of look at a product and you're like, if I could spend $100 testing any product right now, would this be the one that I want to test it on? And that's usually the question that I ask myself. And if the answer is yes, that it would be worth spending $100 just to give it a shot, then I'll go ahead and do so. But after about 2 weeks, we probably tested like 12, 13 products. We had another winner, did the same exact thing, spent a week or two to bring it up to $100 a day profit around, which is just $300 to $400 a day in sales. And obviously it was a higher margin, so it didn't take as long this time. It wasn't like it was like in the first week or two we were already hitting $100 a day profit, so it was pretty quick. Mainly because the margin was above $50, and that's kind of what we wanted from the beginning. But what you need to understand is, in the meantime, like while we were testing on this new store, and while we found this winner on this new store, and while we took the new winner to $100 a day profit, we were also growing the first store, which by this point was already making around $200 every single day in profit. So by the time we found a new winner, our old winner on the first store that we grew was already like increasing in profits. So now we had we had at least one store making around $200, $300 a day, and then we had another store making around $100 a day. This was in the month of November, and the profit for both of those stores that month was $6,000. And this was including all the testing that we were doing. This was including everything, product costs, ad spend, transaction fees, refunds, all that stuff. And the reason why it's only $6,000 is because in the beginning it wasn't really that profitable. It kind of picked up at the end of the month. Because if we were doing $300 per day profit every single day, it would add up to around $9,000 per day, but it only added up to $6,000, mainly because it just picked up at the end of the month. So that's the end of part one. If you like this video, leave a like, because I'm going to be dropping part two probably tomorrow or the day after. But this is a really good story and like a really good case study that you can watch and even read, and you can learn a little bit about how exactly we went from having a brand new store into having 8 or 9 stores producing over 100K a month in revenue. So definitely watch out for part two. If you like this video, leave a like. This is Noah Brewer, and I'm out. Peace.